Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play with WizzaXI. Uh, it was a rough go at it last episode. We got a little frustrated, pretty much for the first time in this series. But once you get to this type of stuff in the game, things become a little bit more difficult. The quests become a little bit more multi-stepped, a little bit more complicated, but I definitely had my frustrations misdirected because it was pretty obvious after I it was pretty obvious after I went through my little rant that it was basically my fault because I did not read the wiki. I need to start doing that more. I kind of explained it a few episodes ago that, like, I guess there's certain times that it does prove to be beneficial for me not reading it ahead. But the thing is like, I think even me, to a certain extent, have become reliant on that type of stuff. And so when you become reliant on it, you just expect, like, okay, maybe at the top of the explanation, it will say everything that you need, or, and then if it doesn't, you kind of blame it on the wiki when it's kind of you that needs to be prepared. So I'm just going to let you know kind of my plan moving forward because I've run into this issue a couple of times. But the first thing is I'm going to make sure that I read the missions and stuff all the way through. So I'm going to do a little bit better job of being prepared, just in general, like for the video. So I kind of have a little bit more plan to execute. I mean, I do think that, like, I don't want to get too streamlined just because I think that's part of doing the adventure and of a let's play is you kind of just never know what's going to happen. So I don't want to have it completely planned out to the point where it's like almost scripted, if that makes any sense. But I okay, I can't remember if I got this. Oh yeah, so I went from that side to the other side, so I'm pretty sure I got everything, but I was on my way back to the monastic cavern is when I died yesterday. So, anyways, but what I am gonna do is after we do this quest, or we actually might even do it after this section of the quest, is I'm gonna go to the curio vendor in Sandy and I'm gonna buy medicines because that's one thing that I realized that I need to do a better job of is I need to just have like a set of those medicines pretty much like in my Mog Satchel. Just get a few of each of them. I mean, there's no point not to have a few of each of them. And then I'm ready for situations like last time where I didn't read the wiki and it says at the last orb or at the last pond location you get cursed. And so I was not prepared. And I will say, as we were running through, I did have a thought to myself, hey, I should probably kill a few of these lower mobs so I can get TP to use healing waltz, and I just didn't. And the fact of the matter is, yes, I did get aggroed twice, uh, and that's why I died. Well, part of the reason why I died. I mean, if I would have just got aggroed by the first guy, I think I would have been fine. But if I would have just slowed down, TP'd, used healing waltz, even if that other guy aggroes me, I still kill both of those mobs. And that's really kind of what it comes down to. So that's all right. But I mean, I think that's like the biggest difference between when I played this game last and now is like obviously I'm a lot older and more mature and I can handle those things better. I mean, I probably wouldn't have played it all today if it was back in the day. Like I would have been like, man, like I have to go through this again and like all that type of stuff, and then it would just get to the point where I would just not play. So, all right. Anyway, so I've got to go back to Um, I've got to go back to this entrance because we're making our way back to the little Taru, and he will give us the Crimson Orb. And then once we get the Crimson Orb, this is where it gets a little tricky for me because there are some very tough mobs that are right by that banishing gate, and obviously you have to become, or you have to be, um, you have to be like not invisible to click the gate. And so I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and just like pull the trust out and just kill the two mobs or try to kill the two mobs. I think I want to say that the level of those was like 65 or something, which theoretically we probably should be able to do with the trusts. And I think at the very least I'm gonna summon the trusts, try to get by without aggroing, and then that way if I do aggro, we're prepared. So that's going to be kind of the thought process there, I think. So we got to make our way here. I got to remember that once we get out of this little cave, I've got to go ahead and put, which I can't remember if, I don't know if this persists through. I think that it does, but if it doesn't persist through, I got to reapply Spectral Jig because there's mobs that are literally right outside the exit here. So I definitely want to try Dragoon at some point because it just seems like it's never been a class that I've ever been interested in this game. But it does, like, the weapon skills that it uses are pretty good. I mean, freaking, what's it called? Pentathrust is just such a cool skill that does a lot of damage. But I definitely, like, Dancer is going to be kind of like, you know, at least right now is going to be my main. But it's kind of more of like a jack of all trades type of class. It'll allow me to, like, low man a lot of stuff, I think, which is definitely what I want initially. And then I don't know what I'm going to do after that because I would like to have, like, one of each role. Like, I'd like to have a tank. I'd like to have a mage class, which will probably be red mage for me. And I would also like to have, because I think the mage and support is kind of similar. So I think those will kind of go hand in hand. All right, Crimson Orb acquired. All right, let's go ahead and summon the trust, just in case we fight. But yeah, so what I was saying is, like, I want a tank, I want a support slash mage, and then I also would like a, like, pure DD. So I think for the pure DD, I'm gonna choose something like Sam, uh, Dragoon, something like that, Dark Knight even. But leaning towards Dragoon right now, honestly. And then I think my tank is probably going to be Paladin or Rune Fencer. And then my support slash mage is 100% going to be Red Mage. Gonna have to fight him. I think we can kill him. And it seems like the other ones are not aggroing me, so... Yeah, finally, I get Dancing Edge that weapon skill that will actually do a pretty decent amount of damage. See, this is when the game starts getting like pretty fun, in my opinion. When you start getting like the good damaging spells. It's just so cool, I think. Okay, so once inside Monastic Cavern, to get the question mark at J6, stick to the west wall to avoid True Sight Notorious Monsters. So that probably means we should go ahead and summon Trust again. See, like I almost just went ahead and went and be like, oh, I'll be fine. But you know what? We're going to prepare every time from now on. Because here's the thing about this game that people don't understand. There's a lot of content. Okay, I say this as someone that, like, I don't understand some of the true in-game stuff, but I would assume that it's stuck to decently historically accurate design. But a lot of people try to rush things in this game, and it doesn't really work out a lot of the time because it is based off of the old Final Fantasies where it's okay, so stick to the west wall. But it's based off of the old school Final Fantasies that were all turn based. And so when they were doing the battle system for Final Fantasy 11, they were like, "Oh, well, we want to stay kind of true to our like roots." And that's why the combat is the way that it is. Okay, hold on. J6. Okay, so we're close. And that's why the combat system is the way that it is. But what's crazy is, okay, is this the? Okay, the crest is some weird cave-looking flower stalks before the cliff. So why is it not giving it to me? Oh man, is this gonna? Oh, okay. So hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. So I have to go back to. Okay. So I have to go back to. Um, I went to the wrong entrance. That's why. But it's actually kind of funny because there's this it's a thing at J6 and it's in those flower things and it's in the monastic cavern, but I just have to go to a different entrance. I forgot that the NPC that you have is, well, I gotta hold on. I gotta make sure that that's right. It's got to be right. It's got to be the other entrance. I think. Okay. So J6 entrance. Hold on, J9. Okay, so this is the entrance, and that was the question mark. So then why is it not giving me the thing? I've got the crimson orb. I went through the gate. Please tell me that you don't have to actually have the quest. gosh. Do I... Oh my god. Do I have to have the frickin' quest active? And I forgot to do that. Alright, well, I think I've got to go back and get the quest. Because that's the only thing that I can think of. So, that's what we're going to do. Actually, so before we do that, let's go ahead and go to south, or let's go to the, whatchamacallit, the curio vendor. Let's buy some medicines. Like, I'm going to buy prism powders, I'm going to buy silent oils, even though I have spectral jig, because, to be honest with you, those last 8 minutes, and then, at least for a little bit of it, I can use chocobo jig. But it'll give me, like, for instance, eye drops. Buy a stack of those. Echo drops. Buy a stack of those. Buy another stack of that, and another stack of that. Oh, an antidote. We'll buy that too. Alright, so now we've got some items. I don't know what this is. I need to go deposit those. Okay, so now we got some items, or medicine. That'll help us to deal with certain things that happen. And now we're going to go to our Maw Garden real quick, because I want to get the items from there, and I also want to go ahead and finish one of the monthlies, because I actually get a monthly quest done, which gives me Deeds of Heroism, and Deeds of Heroism, I cannot remember off the top of my head what it gives me, but I need to be doing them. Oh yeah, and I had the 5 stars. So there's a couple of things I'm going to do. I'm going to buy the little gill chest. Okay, I'm going to sell some of this stuff real quick. All right, perfect. So now I can deposit Gil in there. Not really, like, super important, but, I mean, hey, it's something. So I got to do this every day because the more you use them, uh, it allows you to level them up. And when you level them up, there's like certain things that you can get, like the items are better and stuff like that. So I normally sell most of the stuff that I get. I am keeping the moat carps for obvious reasons. But to be honest with you, judging by like the way that I'm getting money and stuff, I probably could just not even worry about doing the moat carp route for Lu Shang's and just buy it. Because it's only, I think I looked at it, it was like 1 point something mil, I think. And I mean, that's like literally a week's worth of, uh, that's a week's worth of doing sparks. And if you have a freaking Lu Shang's, man, like right away, when you're doing fishing, it just makes things so much easier. Like I don't have to go and buy, um, I don't have to go and buy. But yeah, like I don't have to go and buy the different rods, the different baits, stuff like that. Now, I will say I probably should be looking at this stuff, the items that I'm getting, to make sure that I can't use any of this down the road. But to be honest with you, inventory space is like going to be an issue. And so I'm like, I might as well just sell them. But yeah, if I get a Lu Shang's before I start fishing, I mean it's like it's ridiculous how much easier it makes the the game. I'll just buy one of those and see. Oh, I didn't realize that it already had a thing there. So I wonder if it already puts it in there. I don't know. But anyways, you should go to your Maw Garden like once a day because again, each time you go in there, you get a star, a shining star. You can get some decent items. That the reason why I got the Gill one first, it's the cheapest one in terms of things that are like actually useful from what I've seen. And the next thing that you can get is I'm not entirely sure, but like the things that you can get with the shining stars are not super like valuable in the grand scheme of things. The thing that is the most valuable is the time. So like you making sure that you're going in there every day. Like even if like you don't have time to play the game, it's probably beneficial to just go ahead and log on real quick and go to your garden to get the shining stars to do the harvest because again, every time you use it, you get to a point where you can use these special items to level up the like varying nodes. So like you can level up the pond, you can level up the mineral vein. In fact, before we go back out to Devoy, I might even go and see if I can buy the items because From what I can tell, there's not like a guide or anything like that that tells you um, what, like, how many times you have to do it, stuff like that. So you just have to go to this like NPC basically, and um, you have to go to this NPC, and if you can buy the item, then that means you can level it up, I think. So we might try to check out that NPC real quick. Okay, yeah, so using a location a number of times, obtaining all possible materials you can from each location for that day will allow you to eventually upgrade the location by purchasing the book key items using Gil from the Skipper Moogle in the ports. You can also purchase the key item books using Bailed from Zeneca. It does say on a note here, at 7 GPS crystals and daily interactions, the key item was available. After purchasing the key item, the non-Garden Furrow nodes were level 3. So presumably key items could be purchased earlier. So it looks like it keeps track. So like if I go 10 days from now, when I use the thing, it'll level it up by how many times I've done it, not just goes to level 2, if that makes sense. So like if I go over the required to get to 2, it will actually level me up to whatever level it is, not. So that's good to know. So I'll probably just wait till tomorrow, or maybe at the end of this video, I'll go do it real quick just to level them up. But I'm not too worried about it right now. Okay. Uh Okay. And I know I've said this for at least the last video or two, but I really, really, really need to actually do my macros. So that's going to be something that I do at the end of this video, I think. I'm going to remind myself at the end of the video, after I stop recording, that I'm going to change jobs to see what. Because the thing in the game here, which I don't know if you can prevent it from happening, but when you change jobs, it um, it'll automatically it will automatically switch you to a certain macro book. I don't know if that also is dependent on what sub job you pick too, but I want to make like a macro book basically for every class or every job. Now, am I going to ever have time to play every single job in this game? Probably not, but I think that I will have enough time at the very least to level all the jobs to sub job level. And that's going to be my goal at some point. And what I'll probably do is, I kind of already mentioned this, but even though I enjoy the leveling, I don't think that a full episode of leveling is something that is very entertaining to watch. So, I mean, you guys might let me know, like in the comments, if you would like watching leveling. But I feel like that's something that I would do, like off video, is start leveling those jobs to sub job level, because it is beneficial to have all the jobs to sub job level, because one, you don't have to worry about, oh, there's actually this piece of content that I'm going to do where I need certain sub job level. They'll already be there, so you can freely utilize them how you want. And then when you're ready to take another job to 99, all the sub jobs for that are level 2. So, anyways, at the very least, though, I need to actually upgrade my macro book because I'm getting away with it right now just because I don't have a ton of skills to use. And I feel like I can do it efficiently going just through the menus, but I definitely going to get to that point where I need to make sure that I have the macros and can do them quicker. And I also think it would look really cool, like if I actually go to the macro list and instead of saying book whatever and main whatever, you just see all of the names of the classes. Because if I remember, is there 20? It's either 20 or 22 total classes, so it would fill up that whole first page. And the good thing about this game is you definitely do not need more than one book. Or, yeah, you don't need more than one book. Like, there's 10 pages of macros. There's not a job. Unless you get 99 and master levels, I guess there's a possibility of that. But there's not any job that's going to use all 10 books, I don't think. I would say if there is one, it's probably a mage job, like Scholar or something like that. Because you have to have your DPS stuff, you have to have your support, all that. But like a melee job, I don't think that there's like any way a melee job would have all 10 macro books completely full. But I could be wrong. You never know. But I definitely need to upgrade it. Now that I got Dancing Edge, makes me so happy, by the way. That I'm actually to the point now where I actually have a decent weapon skill. Oh, that also reminds me. I think I have gear. Oh, 62 is the next one. So I already upgraded that. But yeah. Oh, so I don't have gear. I need to get gear. But I think if I remember correctly, I don't. The Records of Eminence don't. It doesn't have above level 50. Or am I blind and I just didn't. Like, it has the weapons, but it didn't have the armor sets. Which, to be fair, my next goal after I complete this rank 4 mission and this limit break is we're going to immediately go into doing the AF quests. So we're going to get the full AF armor. We'll get the full AF armor, and that'll kind of be what we use just initially. Because then I guess after that it's level 75 gear and all of that. So it's actually pretty crazy because I'm thinking in my head, okay, level 99, right? But realistically, there's also all of the level 75 cap gear that you can get. And I would assume, which I think, if I remember correctly, part of the goal, maybe it wasn't the goal, but like the gear that you get, like the high end gear, I think Square made it to where like you don't have to do as much gear swaps. I think. I remember hearing that. So like, yes, you still need to gear swap if you're playing the job to its maximum capabilities, but it's not something that is like absolutely required or not. Okay, I wouldn't say that. Like, it's not that it's not absolutely required, but they you don't have as many um, different pieces of gear that you have to go through. But that's just me thinking out loud. Okay, finally we get done with the first part. Okay, so now, oops. So now we need to go back, okay, because we already did the Sandy mission because we got the Magicite from Devoy. We got the key item from the limit break from Devoy. So now it's going to be going to Castle O. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So we're gonna do the Castle O one because this one seems like it's which, if I remember, this one you might be able to go straight in to Castle O. Guess not. Is there not a mirror? Okay. All right. So Castle O. Now for the Sandy mission for Castle O, I think you go. Let's see. Do you go to the same place? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that. All right, this is gonna be a nice little walk. You know what's crazy with Dancer? I mean, it's if it's like a short walk, it's better for you to just use Spectral Jig, I think, or not Spectral Jig, but Chocobo Jig, because it gives you literally the same movement speed. Yeah, these two quests, man, they're decently long. Like, there's a lot of running around, moving parts, that type of stuff, but thus is Final Fantasy 11. That is the experience. But I'm going to be glad once we have these completed. It opens up a lot of things because, like I said, um, once we complete this, we only have a few. Do we? So I'm wondering, which this is something that I've not experienced, is does. Because you have the limit break quest to 75, right? Do you just have one quest after that that unlocks it all the way to 99, or is it by fives still? I do not know the answer to that question. We're going to go ahead and go up here. We're going to take a little bit of detour because we really need this survival guide, I think. Because if I had this survival guide, I can go to the bottom portion of Sarmog. I can go to the Sanctuary Zeta. And it's just, it makes it quicker than if I'm doing these teleports, the wanted teleports, and I'm located all the way at the bottom. But yeah, that's something that I need to figure out if the limit break quests, if they go all the way to 99, or if it's just one quest that you do once you hit 75. Okay, so it is by 5. I just looked. I definitely want to get Matt's cat too. I think that that would be fun. Which, if I do that, that means that, um, I mean, if you do up to 75, you might as well go all the way to 99. But all right, perfect. And it did seem like there was quite a bit of requirements once you get to a certain point. I would assume that you have to finish like a lot of the storylines and stuff to get to the point where you can raise it up, because it says previous quests, any one of the following, and it's a bunch of quests. Um, so I'm curious about that. But yeah, it definitely seems like it's still the 5 limit, which it'll be nice once I have those completed. You don't have to worry about every 5 levels going to do a quest that who knows how long it's going to take. But I will say, I'm one thing I am kind of really looking forward to is experiencing the new zones. Um, like I really didn't like experience Adeline very much, so I'm kind of excited about that. I think the part of the game that I remember the most, well, obviously this part, but second to that is probably the Ottergern stuff. But again, when I'm talking about that, like, I mean, I'm talking very, very, very limited experience. Like, yes, I had level 75 jobs. Yes, I did Abyssia. Yes, I did, well, in Horizon, I did a little bit of Sky and Sea, but not a ton. So, yes, I did do those, like, things, but not substantially. And I know that I'm probably not going to do those things substantially um, in retail because I don't know how important doing those things are. But I would like to, if it actually is beneficial at all, I would like to like go through those things, like beat Kieran and like all of that type of stuff um, on this character. But again, I don't know how important that type of stuff is to the progression, or if you even need to go through them, really. Alright, we're gonna get this survival guide when it loads, I guess. Nope, not the goblin footprint. Alright, now, I would assume that nothing aggroes me here. Okay. So H9. So I have to find the 3 passwords. Oh, these are actually decent. Okay, so here's the 1 password. Okay, Deggy. So now I need to go to the brass door, which is where? I8. Which is right here, I believe. What? What is going on? Why is this? Um, Game? Why is this? Okay, why is it doing this? Am I gonna have to like log out and come back in? I mean, I guess I'm gonna log out. What the heck? And this sucks too because the passwords change each game day. So if I don't get there quick enough, I've got to go back and get all of the. What the heck? You got to be joking me. What in the world just happened? I'm healing, and a mob that has no business attacking me attacks me. What just happened? Okay, anyways. What did I get? Oh, bat wings? Okay. Alright. Well, I guess that worked out. Weird. Okay, so we need to get. So the password is at H9. Okay, to get the second password, take a right at the first intersection on map 2 and run west to G7. Okay. Okay, so this is exactly where I need to go to for the Sandy mission as well. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, and then head north to reach map 7. Okay. And then it says the password is at H9. Okay. I see where that is. It's a long run, boys. And I'm glad that I have frickin' chocobo jig. Ooh, easy prey. Too weak. Okay, Uzi. Alright, now I gotta go back to the first map. Back to the first intersection on map 2. I guess I could have taken a better route there, but... Okay, let's look through the logs real quick. Okay, first word's Degi, and then Uzi. I wrote those down. Okay, so where does it ask me to go for Sandy? Alright, hold on. Head to G7, where you'll exit into a courtyard, head north to a hallway entrance that leads you to map 7, which is where I'm at right now. Here, follow the right wall until you reach a door at H9. Okay, I'm glad that I looked at that, because I would have been pissed that I'm already here and I'd have to go all the way back. So we're almost done with the Magicite part, which is good. So it's at this door down here. Okay, are you gonna do this again? Thank you. Okay. Light the torch, head south and take a right. Alright, so now we're gonna get a cutscene. Poor Fick. Beastmen, they did not agree. No. See, I never even knew that this happened. I'm like so much more invested in the story this time around because I'm actually watching and reading the cutscenes. Thanks, Verena. These designs are always really funny to me, by the way, because I'm like, okay, you've got like this big, huge room, right? Where I just had to walk like a decent a ways, right? Just to get this cutscene. All right. Hmm. Interesting. Bum bum bum. All right. So that is complete. So, okay, so I want to know where that takes me. Do I need to go completely out, or will this take me to where I need to go? This is the question. so that part is complete. Now it is time to go to where I was going. All right, so we're only on floor 2. We've got to go to floor 3, but it is pretty easy. And then one more password. Okay, perfect. See? This is why we do these quests in tandem. Because this is, oh, this is at the bottom, though. That's actually may not be good. How do I get to the top? There's got to be like a tunnel or something over here, right? I think I remember. Like over here. That leads you up. Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Okay, to get the second password, take it right at the first intersection on map 2. Okay, so I got to go back through the brass door. Hopefully it doesn't mess up this time. This actually probably was quicker, I think. Because this is the first password. And now I've got to go through here. The door. And I guess if it doesn't let me open it, I can just heal and maybe fight a bat and it'll let me through. Okay, well, I know it's this one now. I'm just going to have to constantly click it, I guess. Golly, man. So finicky. Okay. So I am in... So I'm now in map 2. Okay, so... This is the first intersection. Oh, no, it's not the first intersection. Once I get up these stairs, it'll be map 2. Okay, but after this, it says... go back to the first intersection on map 2, head south to the fork in the path at H10. and then make a right. H10 down here. This is H10. Maybe not. Okay, this is turn right. So northwest corner of I-8. I'm assuming it's this little thing right there. Oh, I guess that's up there. All right, this will be the third password and final password. Ziku. So what's funny about this, guys, is that I've actually never had to do this because every time I've gone through this mission, I've had someone like do the thing for me. Okay, it does say against the eastern wall at I-10 is where it'll give me the combination of levers, which I need to do. So it's got to be close to here somewhere. Don't see it, but we're just going to go in and do it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to have to fight this guy, I think. Wait a minute. So it's up, down, down, up. Oh, is that's the combination. I'm in I-10. Okay, so now where do I go? Okay, head to the thing at G8. Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it was worth it to get the combination. I mean, I didn't remember there being like a little NM there that was guarding the levers. Getting close, people. Getting close. I got two of the Magicites. Once we do this, we actually go back to Bordeaux because we have to go to the Kowloon Dome for the last Magicite and the last part of this quest too. Man, this limit break quest is the one that's taken longer than the mission. Alright, so it does say the monsters in here are stronger. So I'm going to have to go to Spectral Jig now instead. Okay, it says follow the one path of this floor up the stairs. So I'm guessing this is the floor. And we just follow this basically up. And then this one is, once you reach this floor, you must open the brass door at H7 by selecting and lighting one of the torches in the corner rooms. Okay. Oh no, this is still floor 3. Yeah, because it says don't run through the pond because the leeches will attack you. All right, so now H7, but I've got to light one of the torches in these little corner rooms. Oh. Oh, these are tough too. Very tough. Holy shit. So I'm supposed to light one of these without them aggroing me? Oh, I guess I better fight them. gosh. Miss, miss, miss. Which I guess he is a little bit higher. Thank you. Alright, so there's that. This is what we're going to do. We're going to pop Chocobo Jig real quick. Not yet. We're going to do this item. Gonna light this torch. Perfect. All right. All right. Deggy. Kuzi. Siku. Wait. Wait, what? Oh, Uzi. Oh, well. I didn't realize that you actually dropped there. All right, when you get the password right, we drop down. The question mark is north. But see, this is the good part about stuff like this right here. Like now I don't care if I start fighting because the lane is going to aggro them, and I'm just going to use the warp ring. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so this is the one. Sweet. And it's time to get out of here. Got it! Oh, man. Alright. So, now I've gotten the Yagudo crest, I've got the Orc crest, and now it's back to Bordeaux, which I believe I have the whatchamacallit now. Alright, now let's just check the mission. Yeah, so we got to go to Kowloon Dome now, is where the Quadov crest is. And this is actually the easiest one. All right, so you both have to go, or for both quests, I have to go to Kowloon. I don't think I need anything here. Okay. So we got to go to K6. Hold on. How do I get to K6? Proceed to K6 and enter the tunnel. But how do you get all the way over there? Do I go like a different direction to get up to the top? Hold on. Oh yeah, because this actually is pretty close. Yeah, because I go through this. And then Kowloon Dome is like in the same zone pretty much. Right? Yeah. Oh. I don't even need the thing. So the Magicite is in here. Okay. Why do I have, like, no HP? Alright, last Magicite. I like these little flashbacks. Hmm. So he did kill him. Oh no! Yeah, see? So Ulrich was lying! I can't believe it. Uh-oh. Dang. The Shadow Lord. Crazy. Alright, sorry, I had to send a text real quick. Okay, so here's the interesting part. I don't I didn't see like a different path because in this one it says, okay, you'll zone right to Kulun Dome, which I guess there's a different entrance to Kulun for the other one. So I'm just gonna have to go out, I guess, and Yeah, because there's definitely not any. Okay, I'm gonna heal real quick, just because I don't want to be in yellow. It's pretty crazy. Like I know that like it I mean, I've already mentioned this that to not expect this to be the most efficient guide and stuff like that. Um, but it's just funny because um, like I'm obviously not doing this very efficient because this is now the second episode of over an hour and a half that it's taken me to do these two quests at the same time. So they are long quests though, and a lot of running. So and we're almost done. It's the last step here. I'll have all the key items. All right, let's get one more tick. All right, I think that'll be good. Okay, so um, yeah, so I guess going to B. Yeah, see, this is where I'm confused because I don't know where to go. I mean, I guess I would assume that I go through here and I mean, I guess you go to the B map here. It's the only thing that I can think of because I don't know how to get over there to that side without it. Okay, so I need to figure out how to get to the top. Oh, I actually see it. Can't believe I actually see it. It's down over here. Right here. Cool. Alright, so now I gotta go all the way around to the C. Alright, so like I said, so it does say go to K6 and enter the tunnel. So that's where I'm headed right now, K6. So I'll go up to this little narrow spot. Then we will go down, I think. Yeah, we'll go down. Crap. Please tell me it's not high level. Come over here, please. Of course. I mean, I guess I'll level my evasion and... Oh, actually... Hopefully these do not attack me quick enough. Because what sucks about this game is when you zone, they can still hit you. So if they can hit you for like 400... Oh no, there's more. This is not good. I'm gonna die. Well, I got lucky there. So I'm just gonna have to wait till these all slowly migrate themselves back. I can't rotate though. Yeah, I can. So we're just gonna have to chill here for a few minutes. Luckily, I got that off because I was gonna be pretty pissed. But again, that's just the type of stuff where I've got to do a better job of realizing that hey, these mobs are higher, or you know, whatever the case may be, and I don't do a good job of that sometimes, and that's what gets myself in trouble. So we'll just wait till my weakening wears off. I'll heal a little bit, and then we'll finish. This is definitely going to be my longest video, that's for sure. It's going to end up being 2 hours, maybe a little bit over 2 hours. But I'm ready to get this done. Alright, so this one, I've got to go down here, get this thing, and then I can just basically run through, I think. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and get the thing, since I have... Because I think they said that you only need sneak. You don't need invis. I don't know how close that was, and if they aggro, yeah, they definitely aggro, but... Alright, so I should be able to get to this within the minute, and then I'm gonna heal once we get to Kulun. Okay, I honestly just don't trust this. So that's why I'm going to use this. And I got to kind of hurry, because if I don't know if if this weakness wears off, they'll attack me, but... Alright, sweet. So there's no mobs here. Zone in, I'll heal, and then there's just a small little section here, and the quest will be complete. All right, boys and girls, probably just boys. We are almost done, finally. What's the cooldown on that Ray's earring? So it's got 2 minutes left. So I think I might wait for the 2 minutes, if I'm being honest, just in case. I mean, with the way that things have gone for me, I feel like I probably should wait the 2 minutes and have it up just in case I die. And that guy right there is going to be an issue because he's a true sound in him. No way I could probably kill him, I don't think. So it says proceed through the door to the right after zoning. This requires the key items mentioned above. And then once inside the main room, hug the south wall to avoid several other true sound NMs to reach the question mark spot. Or is that the door? No, that's not the door. Yeah, like I don't know how I'm gonna get past this dude. Because it says you can get past him if he's on the other side of the room, but he's definitely not on the other side of the room. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, but see, I have to go to the right, though. That's the issue. So if he goes over to the left, I can get past him. I think this is my chance. Okay, and then the question mark. What does it say? Okay, once I... What does it say? Dang it. Once inside the main room, hug the south wall. And there's the question mark. Wow. Bye-bye. All right, finally, we are complete. So now we go back to Matt and also the audience chamber to complete the quest. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick, and then we will end the video. Man, what a freaking... what a ride. So we'll do the audience chamber one first for that cutscene for the rank. I kind of overestimated a little bit what it would take to level, or underestimated. I would have liked to... I should have gotten to like 17,000 XP or something like that. Uh-oh. We're just one step behind. Yep, there we go. Well, so much for the things being kept in safekeeping. Well, that's weird. All right. So got the airship pass, which again, like I mentioned, I think it was last video. I'm not entirely sure how useful that is nowadays with all the other options for travel. But back in the day, it was huge because it's the only way to get to the jungles, which were actually pretty good XP spots back in the day. There is a teleport crystal that you can get there, and some other things that are important in that zone. Okay, well, I thought there was going to be a cutscene, but he's just like, hey, congratulations. All right, so message to Juno. I got rank 5. We actually have to go back to our nation for this, but we're going to go ahead and complete the limit break, and then that's going to be it for this video. So I guess the plan for next video is going to be to go ahead and try to go through, get to 5-2. I don't know if I'll have to level to like 65 or higher than that for the Shadow Lord with Trust, but we'll do what we need to do and figure that out. But here's the awesome part. Once we complete 5-2, we can advance some storylines, which is going to be awesome. All right, so with that being said, after 2 long, grueling, mentally exhausting episodes, we have finally got rank 5 and the limit break 65 quest done. So I am glad that I did those or waited to do those in tandem, because that would have sucked to go through like a full mission and then realize that, oh my gosh, I have to go back through and do it pretty much all again for the limit break. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, peace.